Thank you guys for joining me. For those of you that don't already know, my name is Melanie Edwards and I blog at modernmommy.com. That's M-A-M-I. And on there I share parenting stories from a multicultural Latina point of view. We have a multicultural family. So that always tends to come out because it's part of our daily life. Okay, so I'm gonna get into that. I'm sorry, my scopes are in English, but I do understand the Spanish. But I'm gonna answer you in English because this is for everybody to be able to understand. You asked what happens if you're really busy and everybody depends on you, right? So I'll go into that, and I will definitely share because I am busy too, and not that my husband doesn't help, because he does. He's super helpful and supportive. But a lot of the times things fall on me because of the way our lifestyle is, since I do work from home and he works outside the home. So we'll get into that a little bit. Okay, so one of the first ideas that I have for how to get some me time is really simple. So you can, at night, after the kids go to bed, I know that it's tempting to want to prepare things for the next day, or tempting to work if you work from home like I do. So a lot of times either you want to work or you want to start preparing things for the next day, whether it's school lunches, breakfast for the next day, kids' clothes, whatever that might be. But don't. So of course you can do that sometimes because I know it makes the week go easier, but just sometimes, maybe one night a week or for 10 minutes, don't do anything, just sit back and enjoy the quiet after the kids have gone to sleep. Hola, Eileen. Hi, Eileen. How are you? Thanks for coming in. So enjoy that time after the kids have gone to sleep. And like I said, even if it's just 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever you can take. Hi. Enjoy that time for yourself and enjoy the peace and quiet. And sometimes I combine this with time with my husband, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes, I take, like I said, 15, 20 minutes, half an hour even, watch a show that's for myself. Pencil it in just like you would an appointment. Absolutely, yes. You can definitely pencil in your me time and let everybody know this is mom time. This is time that I'm taking for myself, and no one bother me. That's a great idea, Selma. Thank you for sharing. But at night, after the kids have gone to sleep, take a little bit of time to watch your own TV show, to just sit and relax for a little bit, to do journaling if you do journaling, whatever that might be, and love the emoji you chose. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Melissa. Let everybody, or let your husband know if you have a spouse, that you're going to take a little bit of time. Oh, thank you for inviting your followers. I appreciate that. That you're going to take a little bit of time for yourself, whether that is doing whatever it is that you want to do, and then you can hang out with him later on in the day. I mean, why not? I do it all the time. And if you have older kids, this is probably even easier. My kids are almost 10 and 5, so they're still young. They still need me a lot. But if you have older kids, this is probably going to be easier for you because they tend to stay in their room or they stay up a little bit later, and you can kind of sneak away and have that time for yourself. Another way that you can do this too, you don't have to wait for them to go to sleep at night, because sometimes, like while my daughter is doing her homework and the little one is maybe watching TV or playing a game on the iPad, kind of in that time in between dinner and bedtime, sometimes I sneak away. I sneak away, even if it's just 10 minutes, to my room, and I close the door and I lay in the bed and I just close my eyes for a little bit. And then, I join the rest of the family for the evening activities. Even those 10 minutes can really, really be helpful. Hi there. Thank you for joining in. Welcome. We're talking about me time and ways that you can easily get a little bit of me time for yourself in your day. So, those are really easy things you can do in the house, whether, like I said, it's after the kids have gone to sleep, or in that time where they're kind of doing their own thing after dinner and before bedtime, sneak away, even if it's just for 10 minutes. So that's my first tip. My second tip is, for those of you that are morning people, this is not me, but I know there's plenty of you that are morning people and can get up earlier, wake up earlier than the rest of your household. 15, 20 minutes earlier than the rest of the house and take that time for yourself. Again, you can meditate. You can do journaling if you journal. That's you. You're a morning person. I am not. So this one doesn't work for me, but I know it works for a lot of people. And take that time early in the morning before the rest of the household wakes up for yourself. And don't do work. Don't start getting breakfast ready. Don't start getting the kids' school stuff ready. Just take some time to relax. I know a lot of people do journaling, so that's their time where they sit back with a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and write in their journal. Or perhaps they meditate or pray or do devotion if that's something you do. You know, whatever it is, but take that time for yourself before you get started for the day and before you start getting everybody else ready for the day, you know, because it's important and that'll help you ground yourself for the rest of your day. So again, that's not something I personally do because I just can't get up earlier than I already do. I'm not a morning person, but if it works for you, absolutely use that, you know? Okay, so the first tip was after the kids go to sleep, make sure you take some time for yourself instead of getting into everything else that needs to happen. You're not either, but you do teach Zumba one morning a week at 5:30. That is early, but go you for getting up early and getting out there to teach Zumba at 5:30. I've tried it and getting up early is really, really tough for me. So, but if it works for you, definitely. When your kids were little, you sometimes wear earplugs just to dull the noise and find a little peace. Absolutely. Why not? You know, tell them you need to do work or you're listening to a video or something and you just plug in a little bit. I can understand that. I think I might have done that before. So for those of you that have just joined the me time, easy ways you can do me time and get a little bit of me time in your day. Your mom who has earring aids. Oh, that's funny. I like that. You know, you never know where inspiration is going to come from, right? Absolutely. And you know why me time is so important to me now that you mentioned your mom is because I never really saw my own mom growing up. I never really saw her take time for herself. And to this day, she is always moving. It's like she never sits down just to breathe. She's always doing something or another. And I don't understand, like, you know, so to me, it's super important. I don't want to be, not that I don't want to be like my mom. I don't want to sound like that. But I want to learn from the fact that she's always moving and never took time for herself. And sometimes she does get overwhelmed. And I don't want to go down that same path. Hi there. Thank you for joining. Welcome. Okay, so like I said, the first idea for me time in the house, she may have been really sneaky about it. Maybe, and I just don't remember. But I swear to you, the woman, now that she's, you know, has no kids in the house, and unfortunately my dad has dementia, so he's in an assisted living facility. She's basically, you know, on her own. Now is when she kind of takes time for herself because she has to, she's forced to. And so she watches TV and she tells me, I don't know what to do with myself. But I swear I never saw the woman. So maybe she was really sneaky about it. I don't know. So ideas for me time, easy ways. She'll probably live to be 100. Thank you. It is hard. Yeah, absolutely. And I appreciate the blessings for her. She's a great woman and has always been there for us. I just wish she had taken some time for herself. So I kind of want to do that for myself and show my own daughter, hey, it's important to take care of us too, you know, not just everybody else. So the first idea, thank you. The first idea was after the kids go to sleep, get some time for yourself. Don't start working on everything else that needs to be done in the house or for the next day or the day after that, like we tend to do. Take some time for yourself. Or, you know, in the middle of the day or after dinner, before bedtime, sneak it away a little bit. The second idea was to get up early in the morning before the rest of the household, if that's something that you feel you can do, and get some me time that way. Now, the last idea, you guys are going to laugh, but I swear to you, sometimes desperate times, you know, call for desperate measures, right? So the last idea I have is fake it. Whether you have to fake that you have to use the bathroom or fake that you really need a long shower because you have to wash your hair or shave or whatever it is. Fake it and go and, you know, lock that little bathroom door and announce to the whole house, I'm in the bathroom, I'm going to take a shower, I'm going to be a while, whatever it is. and fake it, even if it's not true. Yeah, absolutely. I've done that too. Even if it's not true, just go in there and get your time. That might be the only way you can do it, but absolutely go ahead and do that because it's important. And if the kids come a knocking, just ignore it. Don't even answer them. I've done that. Like, just let them figure it out because, of course, I do this. Yeah, decorate your bathroom well. And why not make it a place of peace and serenity for yourself so that you can lock yourself in there and kind of get that time for yourself. Absolutely. I tend to do this, of course, if there's, my husband is home and I know that the throne room, that's funny. If my husband is home and I know that, the kids are okay, or if I am home alone with the kids and the kids, like I said, my daughter's almost 10, my boy is almost 5. So it's not like they're gonna burn the house down if I'm away for a little bit. But so I know this is not probably gonna be possible with small babies in the household, unfortunately. But as they get older, you can do something like this and just sneak away and like I said, fake it. Thank you. So you can do that. You can sneak away and just lock that door and, get some time for yourself because we need it and it's super, super important. Now, I was going to say that if you are, I think somebody was mentioning in the beginning, what if everybody depends on you? And thank you for joining. What if everybody's depending on you and you're always busy? How do you get that time? Well, there's got to be times where even if you are super busy and everybody's depending on you, there's got to be, and I don't know the ages of your kids, the person who commented this. Thank you so much for the hearts, guys. I really appreciate those. But I don't know the ages of your kids, but there's got to be things that you can probably delegate to them, whether that is, hey, pick out your own clothes. Hey, while they're eating dinner or lunch, breakfast even, sneak away a little bit because especially if they're not babies and infants that you have to hand feed, right? I mean, you can leave them alone for maybe 10 minutes just to kind of while they're eating or while they're watching TV. There's no shame in putting on that TV or giving them the iPad. Delegate, the sooner the better, absolutely, because it teaches them independence and it frees you up so that they're not always depending on you. I'm a big advocate for that, like do it yourself. There's no shame in putting on that TV or giving them the iPad so you can have 10 minutes of peace. I'm not going to be ashamed about that. The technology's there. It's available to me. Use it here, and it gives you 10 minutes. So I mean, just find 10 minutes. I'm sure you can find 10 minutes in your day to be able to free it up and take it for yourself, even if we're super busy and everybody is depending on you. You talked about that in your scope too. Yes, older siblings, if you let the siblings, they get creative and sometimes they fight, but I think that's part of growing up with siblings is that, you fight sometimes, you learn to get along with each other, you learn to problem solve. Absolutely, leave them alone for a little bit, they'll get creative and they'll learn to get along better, or hopefully. Yeah, 10 minutes, even 10 minutes can make a huge difference in your attitude and can just kind of give you that peace and ground you again, focus again. You used to have your daughter dressed in Cinderella and give her a sponge to turn on the soundtrack. Oh, that's funny. I love that idea. My son, he likes to just go around the house dusting. So we give him like the Swiffer cloths. I'm like, have at it. Go dust everything in the world. Hi, Denise. Thank you for joining. Have at it. Go and dust everything in the room, and I'll sit on the couch and just kind of breathe while he's dusting everything else. They love doing little things like that, and I love that idea. I dress her up as Cinderella, give her a sponge, and turn on the music and make her feel like she's Cinderella. That's an awesome idea. I wish I had thought of that when my daughter was younger. Hi! So those are my 3 really easy ways that you can get me time into your day. And so for those of you that just joined in, I'm going to recap them really quick. The first one is to take some time after the kids go to sleep or like after dinner or before bedtime. Take some time for yourself and don't start thinking about everything else that needs to happen that night or that you need to prepare for the next day or the week. Just breathe and take some time, 10, 15 minutes away for yourself, half an hour if it's after the kids go to sleep, and watch a TV show, whatever. Something like that. The second idea is, if you're a morning person and can do this, get up early in the morning and take some time for yourself before the rest of the household gets up, before you start getting ready for your day. And the last idea was to fake it. If you can't find any other way, just fake it and go in the bathroom, lock that little door, go in the shower, take an extra long shower on purpose, just so that you can have a little bit more time for yourself and alone with your thoughts and, get a little peace and quiet. So those are my easy ideas, and I love that you guys shared your own. You do that, yeah, we all do, I think. I love that you guys shared your own ideas. During quiet time, you put snack in toddler bedroom to get even, yeah. Excuse me, you put the snack in the potty so that that's funny. We have to be creative to get our me time in, absolutely, and it's super important, because if we don't take care of ourselves, then how can we take care of the rest of our family? Plus, it teaches our children that, you are important too, and lets them know that that's important, because when they get older, they need to know that it's important to take care of themselves. So role modeling, right? You're modeling the fact that me time is important. So thank you guys for sharing your ideas. Thank you so much for the hearts and joining in. Those were great ideas that you added to ways that you can have me time. Oh, not in the potty, just a snack and potty in the room. Okay, sorry, I misunderstood, but that's a good idea too, because depending on the age of your kids, it's gonna vary how creative you need to get a little me time. It's a little bit easier now with my kids being older than when they were infants, and that I don't have a 2-year-old. I have, a almost 5-year-old and almost 10-year-old. And I imagine that as they get older, it's a little bit easier still, because they kind of start doing their own thing a little bit more. So hang in there if you have infants. Absolutely. Thank you. I hope you have a great day too. Thank you guys for joining in for the hearts. As always, you can find me on modernmommy.com. That's MAMI. And you can find me pretty much everywhere else on social media as Modern Mommy too. This was a lot of fun. I appreciate your ideas too, because I think I'm going to take some of those. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Take care and have a great day and the rest of your week. Bye.